Hey fam, what's going on? What's going on, man? Hey, I don't know if you guys been noticing, man, but for some time, for the past, I'll say for the past 2 years, man, I've been noticing when you drive to these malls and all around the country, all over Florida, basically. I mean, it can be in South Florida, Central Florida, North Florida, West Florida. You go to a mall, use every mall, most every mall got a lease sign out there. And that's something, I mean, you never used to see before. You'll never see a for rent sign, for lease sign, out of mall. That was a rare, rare, rare thing, but now it's all over the place. And, I noticed it a while back, and I was even telling my wife about it. I'm like, you know what? I notice every time you go to a mall, there's a for lease sign, especially in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Man, you will never see that. By the time somebody leave a building, somebody already got a deposit on that building before the other people move out. Somebody got a deposit on that building, want to grab that building and put a business in it. Not no more. Not no more. I mean, there's signs everywhere, man. There's signs everywhere, I mean, the real estate market, as far as when it comes to commercial, done. It's gone. They ain't really talking too much about it. I mean, they said a few little things about it, but the real estate market, commercial real estate, it's done. Ain't nobody run out there to lease no building, to open no businesses no more. The few people that's doing their business, they doing that stuff online. So commercials are gone. The mall's been in trouble. The malls have been in trouble now for the past, probably for the past 10 years. The mall's been in trouble. To be honest, they just was trying to hide it and whatnot, don't talk about it, thinking if we don't talk about it, it'll go away. But they've been in trouble. The mall been in trouble. Malls are done in this country. I mean, that's a given. Malls are done. Commercial real estates are done. I mean, you're going to continue to see that all over the country. I mean, because all the manufacturing anyway, they taking their company overseas. Or they going right next door. They going to Mexico. Because, like they say, and I spoke to this guy in Africa, and, and he said, when we were talking about greed, and he was saying, a bunch of people are greedy dogs. These people are a bunch of greedy dogs, man. And that's what they do. They want to make the most money. They don't want to pay their employees no money. So they taking the business overseas. They taking it to Mexico. They figure, hey, why I'm going to pay you 20 or 30, 35, $40 an hour when I can go to Mexico and pay $3, $4 an hour? That's the way they looking at it. They're like, why I'm going to pay you? And you complaining and whining about it. You complaining you want more money, you want days off, and you want this and you want that. And Mexico, the Mexicans ain't complaining. They just happy to have a job where they can make, $3, $4, $5 an hour. They just happy and loving it. But here, I saw this lady on TV. I think she said she was making $34 an hour, and she was crying how she could. I know it ain't funny, man, but it's like she was crying how she could make it with $34 an hour. And, she was crying, so she couldn't eat. She was just eating bread because so these companies going overseas. So we're going to continue to see a lot of empty buildings around the country. I mean, that's a given. A lot more dead towns, population going to move out. We got a lot of that right now. That's another thing they ain't really touching on. All these towns that, disappearing. Ain't nobody living in them. I guess they don't want to scare the white folks because, if they start telling the white folks, the towns, a bunch of towns out here are dying, white folks will panic. So I guess that's the way to keep them calm, But hey, but it's out there. I mean, it's out there. A lot of dead towns, I mean, things ain't as good as it look. All the manufacturers are going overseas. I mean, if you don't make nothing, you don't build anything. I mean, how you gonna keep your people employed? And now you got AI coming into play. That's gonna take a lot of jobs. That's gonna take millions of jobs. AI gonna take millions, and companies looking at it like this: hey, I don't have to pay no employees. I just buy the machine, set it up in McDonald's, all different restaurants, and have one or two people in there, and we good to go. We good to go, and I don't have to worry about vacation pay, calling out sick. They don't have to worry about nothing. So that's how the company's looking at it. Besides, all the great jobs already gone anyway. They went to China. That's why China is so powerful right now. China took what? China took over what? 80 million from poverty. 80 million from poverty to middle class in what, 20 years? Okay. What? No, 80? No, 800 million? I think it's 800 million. Yeah, they took from poverty to middle class. Hey, they the builders. They're the builders of the world. They're the manufacturers of the world. U.S. don't make nothing no more. And if they do make it in the U.S., it's too damn expensive. And American want cheap. Americans don't want to pay for nothing. They don't want to pay no big money for nothing. They want it for $1 or $2. And, use it, throw it away, buy another one. That's how we do it here, man. That's another video, man, on the stuff that we wasted in this country, man. The waste, man. But you don't notice it, man. You really don't notice it, until you start living overseas, man. I mean, I didn't notice it myself. I never liked wasting stuff. But until, we started living in the Middle East and then living in Africa, and man, I can't throw nothing away now, man. I mean, I don't want to become a hoarder or anything, but man, but that's another video. But we do waste a lot, man. But anyway, let's get back to this commercial thing, man. Commercial real estate, man, it's done. It's done, man. It's done. We in serious trouble in this country, man. Really, man. I think if the powers that be really come out and tell the truth, man, boom, boy. Whew, I don't know, man. I don't know. Some people won't be able to handle it. Some people really won't be able to handle it. But hey, that's the way it is. If you don't manufacture nothing, man, you don't make nothing. Hey, how you gonna make money? How you gonna employ your people? I know it's a corporation, man. I know it's a corporation, but the corporation is corporation right now. The corporation is in big trouble, man. America is a corporation, and it's in trouble, man. It's ready. Corporation almost ready for bankruptcy, man, in a little while, man. This corporation ain't gonna last too much longer, man. It ain't gonna last too much longer. Hope I'm wrong, man. Hope I'm wrong. But anyway, my people, y'all be good out there. Peace.